Ah, the familiar kindly cooperate sign. How reminiscent and yet double-edged to see this sign without seeing the presses and brayers, smelling the inks and solvents of the print shop. This sign is a reminder that in times like these, printmakers still stand tall with our aprons on. We still shake hands, although virtually, with our community, and we still continue to find new and exciting ways of making work. This video is the first of a 10-part series, Printmaking in an Apocalypse. I hope you enjoy. Gel medium transfers are a non-toxic method of permanently superimposing found imagery from magazines, photocopies, newspapers, and alcohol-based marker drawings on bond paper onto a secondary substrate. In this demo, I will be transferring imagery from magazines onto Somerset satin paper, although I have experimented with papers such as BFK, Stonehenge, and also some Japanese-style papers. You can also transfer to wood panels, plastics, and sheets of metal. All transferred imagery will appear in reverse, so one will need to alter things such as text prior to doing this technique. In addition to visual materials, you will also need glue. I use acrylic medium, which can be glossy or matte, but it all depends on the finish that you want. Mod Podge glue will also work. Do not use nori paste, glue sticks, PVA, or Elmer's glue, as these glues are repositionable, meaning they will lift up from adhered surfaces when in contact with water. In addition to having glue, I would also recommend having a nice, flat, water-based media brush and an X-Acto knife. Depending on how you work, you may want to pre-cut your pieces to transfer. However, if you are more comfortable working intuitively and responsibly, this process will work as well. For this demonstration, I pre-cut my pieces because they work as a puzzle. The view seen here is the back side of my transfer pieces. Before the application of glue, I recommend having several scraps of paper around to apply the glue onto your magazine or photocopied pieces. This can prevent any glue from getting onto your substrate. Again, when we are going to be gluing these items, make sure that you're going to glue the side of the magazine that you want to stay onto your substrate, not the back side. I'm going to put a healthy amount of glue working from the middle out so that I don't get any glue on the back side of my piece. Once you are ready to position your piece into place, carefully flip it over and smooth it out with tips of your fingers that are not covered in glue. Alternatively, you can grab the piece of paper, perhaps fold it in half or grab a new one, and rub from the back side to make sure that you do not get any glue on the back side of your magazine piece. If the back side of your magazine piece is covered with the acrylic medium, it will prevent the process from working. Note that application of glue does not necessarily have to be done with a brush. You may also use things like fingertips or a rubber brayer, or sometimes a credit card will work as well. I would recommend that periodically you take a larger sheet of paper to rub all of your smaller sheets of paper down, just to make sure that everything remains intact and is glued down. After waiting an hour or more, we can begin the process of removing the back side of the paper fibers, the side currently exposed, with water. Begin by spraying or dabbing a small amount of water on the transfer area surface. You can also have a small brush and wiping cloths available for the removal process. However, the bulk of removal will be done with your fingertips. This is where things can particularly go wrong if you do not wait for the allotted 1 hour time before removing the fibers from the back side of the magazine or Xerox photocopies. As you can see, the reverse side of the paper fibers glued down, which did not come into contact with the acrylic medium, will begin to slough off as the water quickly breaks them down. Keep in mind, gel medium transfers are experimental and warrant trial and error. They should be seen as a helpful jumping off point, used for backgrounds and sanded down, or used in a way simply to generate ideas and play.